Siemka, siemka. Dzieje się w postnuklearnym świecie. Fallout 3 New Vegas. Raczej to nie jest trójka, tylko całkiem co innego. Jest. Spore jest. Muzyczka. Dobra. Jak się chowałbym? Ustawienia, sterowanie. Mogę poczekać.
Howdy.
Siemka, siemka. Widzenia.
Yep.
Piesio.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these. If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need. You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap. Oh. Well, go ahead and keep the stuff I gave you anyway. It'll be more useful to you than me. I hunt geckos, mostly. The meat's pretty good, and I can always find a buyer for that. I also help keep the town clear of rat scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so... Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can. Sure, what do you want to know? Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot. The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice. If you want to know anything else. Until next time.
Potrzebuję przepychacza.
get my friends, and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
Hey there.
Się napiłem wody z kibla.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this trader, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
Gdzie jest Ringo?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. All right. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up. If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there. Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit. I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps... It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very... Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far... I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but... Fine by me. Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke up. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman. Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim. unless they're in desperate need of supplies. There's always something interesting going on, but the biggest news has to be the come and dust up between the NCR and the Legion over the... Fine. The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin. I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it. Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistake. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't over... I'm sure I've got something.
Co to jest? Dobra.
Another satisfied customer. Be careful out there.
Wygląd. Mapa świata, mapa okolicy, cechy.
there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Until next time.
Dobra. Gdzie to jest radio? Gdzie jest to radio? Tutaj.
Evening. Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that. Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work. You're welcome. So can I get you anything?
Nie będę się o głupie radio.
Be careful out there.
Howdy.
Tak mi o wszystkim opowiedziała, to nie będę ten
Hey there.
brzydził. Gdzie jest ten? Jak tam wejść? Kurde, jaka dziwna... To są, kurde...
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me? Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play? It's a two-player game, and the winner takes the whole pot. You build a caravan using the cards in your deck. The goal is to create caravan bids that beat your opponent's bids, so there's more strategy than luck involved. It's why you won't see caravan in any casino. Too slow-paced, and more importantly, no house edge. Here, take this holotape. It goes into more specifics about the rules. You'll also need a deck, so take one of my spares. So, you feel like playing a game? Just keep an eye out for them while you travel. I've found cards in old boxes or forgotten on shelves. Can find some for sale. All right. Oh, sorry. I thought everybody knew already. I'm staying. Did you want something else? Like I said, I'm not from Good Springs. I've never stopped here until recently. It's been in business for a very long time. It's probably the biggest. There's a branch up in New Vegas, but it hasn't been doing so well. Word is that the big boss herself, Yeah, he doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight. My caravan was on the return trip from California and heading back to the company branch in New Vegas when not even a drop your weapons and hands up before the bullets started flying. We put up a good fight, but there was two. I took a few of the bandits down before I ran, so I figure their friends are out for revenge. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance. We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board... I was thinking of myself, actually. Who's gonna watch my back while I'm watching yours? Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friend. So what's going on? Did Sunny agree to help us? Oh.
Raks. To jest całkiem zbudowana gra. Sobie później między nagranami przeczytam. Może na razie nie będę. Zawsze idzie. Butelkę tam na...
Hey there. You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. Way I heard it, I didn't. I've got plenty of supplies. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot. Weapon mods are things like silencers. Special ammo includes things like armor-piercing bullets, which... There's also hollow point bullets, which have the opposite effect. You can kill unarmored targets easier. But if Ringo doesn't head out on his own, I think we should hand him over. Town should... Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. We're a town of survivors. We'll fight tooth and nail if pushed. The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch... The great cons normally stay in their own territory way up northwest. Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. Word of advice, behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody... The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you... They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. The great cons deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made. Can do. Pleasure doing business with you. Take it easy now.
Hey,
Hi there. Sticking around. Say no more. I'm in. Just like that. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up fighting those guys one way or another, so I might as well get it over with. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great. A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help. I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him. Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over. I'll be waiting.
No.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right. All the more reason for me to sit this one out. I'll be rooting for you, though. No, thank you. Be careful out there.
Hello.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you? Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce. Don't look like nothing too serious. Suit yourself. You take care now.
No. Teraz gdzie?
Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that. Be careful out there.
You looking to buy some supplies? Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about. Look, you're bringing this on yourselves. There's no way I'm getting involved. But hey, I'm sure you can buy what you need. This again? Like I said, I'm against taking on the powder gang. Right. Just keep me out of it. Take it easy now. Howdy. You looking to buy some supplies? Take it easy now.
Zakpet.
Howdy. Bad trouble. Welcome. Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way. Too dangerous. Sorry. Blow yourself up. Blow your neighbor up. Blow the whole town up. Told you before. Yup. Yup.
Mogło określić. Kurzem trochę. Dobra. O, ja się pożegnam, sobie dekawę zrobić, a potem nakręcę drugi odcinek. Na razie.